Hey skaters, I'm Dirty Deborah Harry with the Dirty School of Skate and Sugar Roller Skates, and I'm here today to talk about backward figure eights. You guys, this is going to be an amazing video where we talk about this incredible skill drill that you need to do over and over and over to get your backward skating real good. All right, follow me. This is a skill, a drill, something that you need to do on a regular basis. Why? Because it will have amazing benefits for you in everything you do in skating. A lot of times people are very, very particular about, I want to be good at backward skating. But how do you get good at backward skating? You may not have a big space to backward skate. You may not be able to get to the rink as often as you want to. But doing this one drill over and over, and it can be done in a small space or it can be done in a large space, I promise you, it will help you. When we do backwards figure eights, you need to understand how to do a cross pull. So luckily for you, I don't have one, I have actually two videos on how to do a proper cross pull. I'm gonna link them below so you can check them out, but we'll go through it briefly as I take you through going and doing figure eights, okay? So here's the deal. Let's say you're in a small space. Can you guys see this? Can you see this white line? These are the little figure skating lines they have in rinks. Figure skating circles, I should say. This rink's got a really small one, which is nice, because when you are out, let's say you're out at a tennis court or some kind of flat space, all you have to do is get a piece of chalk and draw yourself a big old circle. If it helps, tie the chalk onto an end of the string, have someone hold the middle of the string in the middle and just draw yourself a big old circle, you're gonna be fine. All right, so your backwards cross pulls or backwards figure eights need to be like this. You're gonna be skating this direction. In the middle, you come up, reestablish, to the middle, up, reestablish. Okay, when I say reestablish, what am I talking about? I'm talking about edges, all right? When you skate backwards, you are doing a cross pull. Cross pull looks like this. Okay? When we go to change edges, we need to bring our body weight up. When we're doing these backward figure eights, what's happening is we are down to hold an edge, right? Down to make just this happen. We're gonna step in to our circle, come up, bring your body weight up to bring your cross pull in, step into your circle. This is where you're like, I've got the power, and you're pulling it in. Then we're up, 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 because we're changing directions. Step into the circle, pull back. Step into the circle, pull back. Step into the circle, back. Up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 up. So let's get into the nitty gritty, okay? When you start, you may be a person who's like, oh yeah, those figure eights, Dirty, sure. You may have doubts because your backward skating isn't that strong. No problem, honey, no problem. We are going to start like this. You are gonna take your hand, which is gonna be your lead hand. In this direction, it's gonna be my left. And I am going to place it on top of the circle or the line that I have drawn. I'm gonna take the other arm, which is your follow, and I'm going to place it also on the line or slightly outside of it, okay? I'm gonna bend my knees. The entire time, I am looking at the lead hand, okay? Body weight's down. I put my weight on the outside foot, lift the hip of the inside foot, Step inside the circle. Down, 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 up, 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 and cross. Down, 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 up, 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 and cross. I am crossing. Outside foot over the inside foot. Inside foot behind. Okay? The front foot is for direction. The back foot is for power. 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 Okay? So often, young skaters. And when I say young skater, I don't mean you need to be young in the years that you have lived on the planet. I mean in your infancy of skating, when you do cross pulls, people often think it's the front foot. It's the front foot that's making it happen. No, it's not. The front foot has a job. It's directional. The back foot is where you get the power. Okay? So you got to be mindful of both. Okay? So again, when we start, we stand on the line. So I'm on the line, I'm backwards. Of course, shoulders straight across, snacks tight. Fun zone, down, okay? Spread my legs a little bit. In this direction, I got my left hand on the line, right hand over here, okay? I'll just start, pick them up, set them down. Pick them up, set them down. My goal is to follow the line. Pick them up, set them down. Pick them up, set them down. Together. Pick them up, set them down. Right foot is tracing the line now, or right hand is tracing the line. Right? Together. Left hand is tracing the line. I'm leaning inward. Watch me. Up like a cheerleader. Look down. Right hand is tracing the line. I'm just pick them up, set them down, pick them up, set them down. When I am here, turn so that your chest is facing the inside of the circle. So that means when I have my left arm first, I am turning clockwise. When I have my right arm leading, and I go to turn, and we are going counter. That's counter, right? Okay. After I pick them up, set them down, together, down, pick them up, set them down, I am now going to pick them up, set them down, and now I'm going to push. Outside foot pushes on an inside edge, up, inside edge, do you see my inside edge push? Inside edge push, inside edge push, inside. Do you see how isolated this foot on the line is? Do you see how isolated it is? Do you see how it is not moving? It's just edging, holding on. Here. Power, again, comes from the outside leg, pushing on an inside edge. You know, there's a lot of outside, inside, this, side, front, back, counterclockwise, clockwise. At this point, if you have somewhat of a brain like I do, you're like, now I just don't know where to go. In fact, at this point, I don't even know if I'm right or left-handed. Okay, so let's take it to the idea of like, here I am, I'm backwards. There's a circle, there's a circle. Look inside one of them. Now look over your shoulder. Put your hand on the line. Put your hand on the line. Bend your knees. Pick them up, set them down. And you're looking to where you're going. Do not look this way. Look the direction you're going. Now, just rotate down. Look the direction that you are going. Once you get this, pick them up, set them down, okay? You feel like I'm all right with that, okay? Push with the outside foot. Lean to the inside. Lean to the inside of your circle. Just be like, yes, yes, and yes. Now, let's actually do cross pulls. Now, if you're like, listen, those 2 stages of this thing are already enough for me, cool. Just keep doing that over and over and over. Put on your best music and zen out to this. And I promise you, this will be so beneficial to you. Even your forward skating's gonna get so much better. Your turns and transitions, your spins and jumps are gonna get better. Why? Because you're looking where you're going and you're skating backwards. And then you're going, what? Like there's a certain amount of faith that has to happen when we skate backwards. Because at no point in your life is this something you do. You're not just walking around the grocery store going backwards. Nobody does this, okay? Well, maybe you're gonna start, I don't know. So this takes a lot of faith. If you drill this over and over and over and over and over, every part of your skating is gonna get better. Why? Because you will have awareness, spatial awareness of where you are at within your skating environment, okay? All right, so now we wanna do cross pulls. Remember, we wanna do cross pulls when we want power to our skating. So we're gonna be like this, bend, I'll push off a little bit, and then it's cross pull, up, down, digging in, up and down. So you'll hear me say, dig in. When we say dig in, that means you're gonna pick this foot up, stick it in there. You're on that inside edge. You're grabbing floor and literally pulling it in. And the more that you pull it in, the more that you dig in. You kind of start on an inside edge, and then as it passes through here, you're on your outside edge to get rid of it. You're gonna go faster and faster. Again, I'm gonna link the video about cross pulls in detail. But here's what I want you to get out of this video, in that we're here, I can see it, down. You know how I like it when you guys can do things in both directions and that you practice these things in both directions so you don't suffer from having a good foot or having a good side. And then you're like, of course, Dirty. Of course I can go both directions. Why? Because I have practiced it. Now, I don't know if you notice that when I go from side to side, this is the direction I like. This is the direction where I'm like, comfy? Yes. No problems? Absolutely. Then I really have to think and go, all right, focus, focus, focus. The reason why I tell you this is even though I've been doing this for years and I can skate both directions, I do have to give my alternate direction a little bit of love, a little bit of focus, and a little bit of faith. Knowing that I can tear it up going this way, and this side needs a little bit more effort. It's okay. So you're gonna feel that disconnect when you do your figure eight. You're gonna be like, I'm doing so good. What happened? I'm doing so good. Oh my God. But sooner or later, the doing so good side is going to teach the not so doing so good side, and you're gonna be great. All it's gonna take is practice and a little bit of faith. So you guys, as you go forth to practice today, please take a look at the other videos. Even if you already know how to do cross pulls, I want you to familiarize yourself with my standard ad nauseum attention to detail, and then do these figure eights. Do them consistently and let me know how it has affected not only your skating in general, but your backward skating specifically. All right, skaters, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time, so go practice.